The digital sector, and in particular the gaming industry, is really important to the Warwickshire economy, and it's growing fast. It's a national centre of excellence and competition for new recruits is very high. So Warwickshire County Council is trying to help local businesses to recruit local young people.
So at this boot camp over the next 2 weeks, we've got 2 teams of youngsters with no previous commercial games industry experience creating games from scratch. U42 got involved with the boot camp because we normally recruit people out of either graduate or postgraduate courses, and we wanted to simulate what was happening in our own environment for people before they get to that point to see if they can make games. We've got some fantastic young people taking part, and actually the level that they're at is very close to what we would expect from a graduate level.
So the reason I applied for this bootcamp is because getting into the games industry is really, really difficult, and I'm just trying to get all of the experience that I can and just be noticed.
I've really enjoyed just making the game, and then if I have any difficulties, if someone else has difficulties, just like communicating with the team and getting the problem solved.
So both teams are creating a game from scratch. We gave them some small indications of games that we think that they could make over a 2-week period. Both teams chose which game they wanted to make and then are now executing on them.
I've always loved video games, and being able to work in the industry is something that really appealed to me. I've meddled with lots of little stuff. Doing something big like this is a huge step up for me, which is why it's such a great experience to be able to take part in.
U42 hopes to find a different way to bring people into the industry and a different way to recruit people. So at the end of the 2 weeks, we have a game showcase where both teams can show off what they've produced over the 2-week period, and hopefully people will enjoy what they see.
The showcase was when the young people demonstrated their games in action to local businesses.
In terms of the games that were presented, I was really impressed with how much the students had been able to do in such a short space of time. The fact that they'd gone from a concept to a completely playable prototype in just 2 weeks was a great testament to what they were able to achieve in such a short space of time.
I think one of the key challenges we face with recruitment in the industry is just finding people with the right passion and skills who can kind of come in from day one and make themselves really useful. There's a lot of courses out there that kind of teach theory, but sometimes the practicalities of the day-to-day of games development obviously don't come through in those courses. So having more of the kind of vocational skills, etc., are a really good thing.
Well, we fund about 10 major projects each year worth between £20,000 and £40,000. And I'd say that this is one of the most successful we've ever funded. It's also happened most quickly. From the first planning meeting to the end of the boot camp today has just been 10 weeks. Well, this project has been so successful, we hope it's going to be the first of many, and we'd be really happy if other businesses come forward now with ideas around running a similar boot camp or some kind of development activity which will help them meet local talents and recruit them, hopefully.